ASVAB, technical, exam questions. Kilo, K. (1000). Bacteria. Are prokaryotes, which means their cells don't have nuclei. Genetic material floats in the cytoplasm. Kingdom. A kingdom is the broadest level, contains the most kinds of organisms. Relationship between organisms in a kingdom is extremely loose, so members share only a few key characteristics. Herbivores. Eat only plants. Cellular respiration. Process in which food is broken down, producing energy. Core. Earth's superheated center, with a temperature inside the inner core reaching heights of 7,000 degrees Celsius. Monrans. This kingdom includes bacteria and cyanobacteria, one-celled organisms that don't have a nucleus. Cytoplasm. Gel-like substance, composed mostly of water that's inside the cell membrane and outside the nucleus. Lunar eclipse. Results when the moon moves into the Earth's shadow. Earth is positioned between the sun and the moon. Meteorite. A meteor that actually strikes the Earth. Layer, mesosphere. Extends about 50 miles, millions of meteors burn up in this layer daily. To convert from Fahrenheit to Celsius. C = 5/9, F32. Paleontology. Study prehistoric life. Liter, L. Unit of volume. Phylum. Next major taxonomic group. Within the kingdoms, organisms are divided into phyla by general characteristics. Atom. Smallest part of an element that still retains the characteristics of that element. Neutrons. Particles with no charge. Layer, stratosphere. Extends about 30 miles, ozone layer. Phylum, Chordata. All vertebrate animals belong here. Geology. Study dynamics and physical history of the Earth. Centi, C. (100th, 0.01). Central nervous system. Brain, spinal cord and nerves. Family. Families further divide organisms of the same class by similar characteristics. Barometer. Measures atmospheric pressure. Uranus moons. (27). To get temperatures in the Kelvin scale, add 273.15 degrees to the Celsius temperature. K = C plus 273.15. Genus. Two or more species that share unique body structures or other characteristics are closely related enough to be placed in a single genus. Air masses characteristics. 1. If an air mass forms over land, it's dry; over water, it's wet too. Air masses formed in Earth's northern and southern regions are cold, and those formed at the equator are warmer. Saturn moons. 61. Meteorology. Study weather. Digestive system. Mouth, esophagus, stomach, small and large intestines, rectum and anus. Air. Cold air is denser than warm air. Because it is denser, cold air has high pressure compared to warm air's low pressure. Mega, m. 1,000,000. Layer, thermosphere. Extends about 350 miles, International Space Station. To convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit. F equals 9/5C plus 32. Species. Most specific level, it contains the fewest types of organisms. Class. Organisms in a phylum are divided into classes. In the animal kingdom, birds, mammals and fish all go in their own classes. Mitosis. Nucleus of a cell divides, forming two cells and two identical sets of chromosomes. Order. You may find that different scientific organizations group creatures in different orders or families. Layer, ionosphere. Extends about 70 miles, reflects most radio waves, making it important to communication. Plant cells. Have a firm cell wall that supports and protects the cell. Larger vacuoles, storage areas than those found in animal cells, contain chloroplasts, which contain chlorophyll, a chemical that helps plants create food. Nucleus. Controls cellular activity, holds cells' genetic material such as DNA. Genealogy. Study ancestry and family history. Phagocytosis. Acquisition of particles of material from outside the cell. It's accomplished by surrounds the particles and passing them through the cell membrane. The sun. Largest and most important object in the solar system. Contains 99.8% of the solar system's mass. Quantity of matter. Outer layers are hot and stormy. Gram, g. Unit of mass. Agriculture. Study farming. Deci, d. 1/10, 0.1. Astronomy. Study outer space. Fungi. Mushrooms and yeast don't photosynthesize, like plants, but they do have cell walls. Genetics. Study heredity. Respiratory system. Nose, nasal cavity, trachea, lungs and blood. Solar eclipse. When Earth moves into the moon's shadow. Neptune moons. (13) Jupiter moons. 63. Cell membrane. Thin membrane holds the cell together, protecting the nucleus and cytoplasm. A front. When two different air masses meet, form a boundary called underscore 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 underscore. When cold air meets warm air, a cold front develops. Layer, troposphere. Extends about 8 miles above Earth, jet stream. Circulatory system. Heart, blood and blood vessels. Photosynthesis. Conversion of carbon dioxide and water into glucose and oxygen. Reactants. Elements or molecules involved in the reaction. Protists. Include one-celled organisms that do have a nucleus, such as the protozoan. Weight. Has to do with the force that gravity exerts on mass. Comets. Snowballs composed mainly of ice and rock. When a comet approaches the Sun, some of the ice in its nucleus turns into gas. Entomology. Study insects. Family, Felidae. Includes all cats. To go from Kelvins to degree Celsius. Subtract 273.15 from the Kelvin temperature. Protons. Positively charged particles. Omnivores. Eat both plants and other animals. Atomic weight. Average mass of one atom of the element. Meter, m. Unit of length. Carnivores. Eat only meat. Meteor. Rock from space that hits Earth's atmosphere and glows as it heats up, resulting in a brief streak of light. Class, Mammalia. All mammals. Mantle. Solid rock below the crust and it makes up most of the mass of Earth. Kinetic energy. Motion energy determines whether the matter is a solid, liquid, or gas in its normal state. Gas particles move around very quickly. Products. Elements or molecules that result from the chemical reaction. Crust. Earth's surface varies in depth from a few miles to 30. Layer, exosphere. Extends about 6,200 miles, no boundary exists between the exosphere and space. Archaeology. Study past human life and culture. Genus, Panthera. Includes all the roaring cats, such as lions, tigers, jaguars and leopards. Cloud, cumulus. White, puffy pillows, often flat-bottomed, common during fair weather. Order, Carnivora. All mammals that eat meat. Cloud, cirrus. Thin, wispy, high cloud, indicate rain or snow. Botany. Study plant life. Milli, M. One thousandth, 0.001. Mars moons. Two tiny satellite moons. Kingdom, Animalia. Includes all animals. Ichthyology. Branch of zoology, dealing with fish. Ecology. Study all aspects of the environment. Musculoskeletal system. Bones, joints, voluntary and involuntary muscles. Air moves. From areas of high pressure to areas of low pressure, creating wind. Species, Leo. This is just a lion. Osmosis. Movement of water through the cell membrane. Deca, de. Ten. Electrons. Negatively charged particles that float around the atom's nucleus or core, which is made up of neutrons. Hecto, H. (100). 8 known plants, order closest to the Sun. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Meiosis. Each cell divides into 4 cells, each containing only half the number of chromosomes as a non-sex cell. Number of protons in nucleus. Equals atomic number.